Pocari Sweat presents The Sweat You Forget. Hello there, I'm Carrie, and this is your body. You might be wondering why it looks so pale. That's because your body releases at least 2.5 liters of fluids every day. You see, it's the sweat that you forget that's dehydrating you. Like work from home overtime takes effort, causing your body to sweat. In cold temperature, your body burns energy to stay warm. Having caffeinated drinks and alcohol can make you urinate more often. Fever causes sweating as your body is fighting viruses. And when you cry, you release body fluids through tears. But remember, you can always recover with Pocari Sweat. Because of these ions, we make a good match for your body's hydration needs. Ooh, this is our stop. Remember, don't let the sweat you forget keep you from living a healthy and hydrated life. Pocari Sweat.
Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Muli po ako si 𝐖𝐀𝐓𝐂𝐇 mula sa ating Philippine Sports Commission at ngayong hapon nga po ay magsisimula na po ang ating Psc Chatroom. Ayun, medyo naging busy po ang ating agency for the past few days dahil nga po nagbalik na po ang Philippine National Para Games dito po sa ating Rizal Memorial Sports Complex, pati na rin po sa ating Phil Sports Complex. At patuloy na nga po ang mga games na umaarangkad na nga po ang mga sports. May kanya-kanyang medals na po ang ating mga LGUs sa iba't ibang events, sa iba't ibang sports. Pero po bukod po dyan ay meron pa po tayong mga atleta naman na nag-compete from different world championships and competitions all across the globe para i-representa ang ating bansa on the international sporting stage. At iyan nga pong ating ihahandog for this afternoon for our PSC updates. So first of all, we want to congratulate po our athletes who competed at the 2024 Asian Laser Run Championships. At iyan nga po ay nakapag-uwi tayo ng 5 gold medals at 2 silvers and 2 bronzes mula po sa ating mga atleta. Yan po sina Melvin Sakay mula sa open category. Isa pong gold mula kay Juliana Shane Sevilla mula naman sa women's open category. And from the boys under 17, we have Kaiser Rosales, our gold medalist. And sumunod po dyan si Rex Amder de la Cruz, our bronze medalist. And for the boys under 13, we have Fraser Igot for the gold. Silver naman para kay Rex Carl de la Cruz, and bronze naman mula kay Elmer Aligato. And last but not the least, we have here from our girls division under 13, another podium sweep finish from Team Philippines mula kay Ashley Aldiano, our gold medalist. For the silver naman, we have Kelly Marie Dimzon, at panghuli, si Hannah Abayan, our bronze medalist. Again, congratulations. Moving on naman sa ating wushu athletes who competed at the first China ASEAN Wushu Championships. We have Tate Matthew Chuan, the silver medalist at the other forms compulsory Taiji Kwan, and our bronze medalist naman mula naman sa event na other forms Taiji weapons. At we have a gold medalist at this event. Yan po si Zion Daraliay mula naman sa Female Youth Division Group B for the 32 forms Taiji Jan event. And last but not the least, from the male division naman, we have there a silver medalist that's courtesy of Alexander De Los Reyes mula naman sa Group B 32 forms Taiji Jan. Ayun. Tapos meron pa po tayong mga medalists from the gymnastics team. Our National Youth Gymnastics team brought home so many medals po sa nakaraang 3rd JRC Artistic Gymnastics Stars Championships, at pinangungunahan po yan ni Carl Jarrell Eldruyulo. He is the gold medalist mula sa floor exercise event. Another gold medal from him from the steel rings, and a gold medal po sa vault event, and a silver medal naman mula sa parallel bars. Para naman kay King CJ Pernia, siya po ang bronze medalist mula naman sa vault event. And mula naman po sa ating men's artistic gymnastics team na nag-compete sa Australian Level 3, we have here Prince Kenji Sumabal, who is the gold medalist at the floor exercise and horizontal bars event. And he is as well a silver medalist mula naman sa individual all-around and the vault event. Para naman kay Andre De Leon, he is the gold medalist at the individual all-around and the parallel bars. At isa naman pong bronze medal ang kanyang naiuwi mula naman sa floor exercise event. And mula naman sa ating women's team, our women's artistic gymnastics team na nag-compete sa Australian Level 4, they brought home a gold for the team medal event. Para naman sa ating other women athlete, that's Marion Antoinette Domingo. She is the silver medalist at the individual all-around event. At sinundan po yan ng 2 gold medal mula naman kay Maria Elizabeth Medina mula naman sa individual all-around uneven bars. And it's a silver medal naman mula sa floor exercise. And last but not the least, sa ating level 14, we have Sasha Amara Santos. She is the bronze medalist at the individual all-around event. Para naman po sa ating mga women team who competed at the Australian Level 2, we have here Sofia Denise Flores, who competed at the 10 to 13 event. She is the silver medalist at the individual all-around and is the bronze medalist at the vault event. At sinundan po yan ng ating atleta na triple gold medalist, that's Chelsea Glynn Hong. She is the gold medalist at the individual all-around, uneven bars, and the balance beam. At sinundan po yan ni Aquila Zafrina Perez for the under 9 years old event division. She is the gold medalist at the individual all-around and the floor exercise event. So yun po ang ating mga atleta na nag-compete sa 3rd JRC Gymnastics Championships. Patungo naman po sa ating Philippine team na nag-compete sa North Star Gymnastics Invitational 2024. We have Estrid Mir Abanes. She is the lone bronze medalist of the Team Philippines. Mula po ito sa floor exercise event. Siya naman po ay nakapag-place din ng 6th sa bars event and 8th for the individual all-round. Para naman po sa ating swimming, we want to congratulate Bacolod coach of the swimming league, that's Coach Crispy Vallejo, who competed at the Singapore Aquatics Masters 2024. Siya po ay nakapanalo po ng isang bronze medal mula naman sa men's 100-meter backstroke. Moving on to our golfers, our team competed at the 2024 Singha Thailand Junior World Golf Championships. Yan po, we have here our gold medalist, that's Ralph Rian Batikan. He is the gold medalist for the Class C boys Para naman po kay Reese Nang, she brought home the bronze at the Class A girls. And for Athena Batika naman, she is the bronze medalist at the Class C girls. And last but not least, from our golfers, we have here the pair of Geoff Tan and Tristan Padilla, who brought home the bronze at the boys team category. And sumunod po sa ating championship title, hindi po papahuli ang ating amateur paddlers Philippines or ang AMPFI, who competed at the Changwon International Dragon Boat Festival. Mula po yan sa ating team. They won the bronze at the 250-meter small boat mixed category. Para naman po sa ating mga jiu-jitsu athletes, we have here athletes who competed at the Abu Dhabi World Jiu-Jitsu Festival 2024 at nakapag-uwi po tayo ng napakaraming mga medalya from our youth team. Unang-una po dyan, we have Alea Ayel Aguilar. She is the gold medalist at the Girls Gi Kids 2 Gray Belt 22 kilos Division A. And for Marco Sebastian de la Cruz naman, we have another gold medal for the team at the Boys Gi Kids 3 White Belt event. And for Maria Altea Luis Brion, she is the gold medalist at the Girls Gi Infant White Belt 40 kilos. And for Princess Akisha Ryuma, she is the gold medalist at the Girls Gi Junior White Belt Division 48 kilo event. Para naman po sa ating mga silver medalists, we have here Althea Isabel Kubkuban. She is the silver medalist at the Girls Gi Kids 3 White Belt 40 kilo event B division. And for Zoe Villanueva, siya rin po ay isang silver medalist mula naman sa Girls Gi Infant White Belt 60 kilo event. And last but not the least, our bronze medalist, of course, we have Rainen Ku. He is the bronze medalist at the Boys Gi Kids 3 Gray Belt 27 kilo event H division. And for Brielle Hilo Tagodena, she is the bronze medalist at the Girls Gi Kids 1 White Belt event 16 kilo event. Para naman po kay Marjeline Didal, she is back in the game as she won the women's division title mula sa nakaraang Red Bull Buenos Aires Conquest. Again, congratulations po. And as well to Aislinn Agnes Yap. She is as well the bronze medalist at the 80 kilo combat women event mula naman sa nakaraang 2024 World Championships ng ating Sambo team sa Kazakhstan. And for our ultimate naman, our team competed at the 2024 International Beach Ultimate Elite Invite. We were hailed as the champions at the mixed division courtesy of our Boracay Dragons. And mula naman sa ating Negros Flying Disc Association, sila po ang naitalagang first runner-up mula sa nasabing competition. Moving on po sa ating table tennis, we have here Keith Ryan Cruz. She is the silver medalist at the women's under-18 singles mula po sa natapos na Micro Motion Table Tennis Academy Paddle Palace Fall Open Championships. Para naman po sa ating powerlifting, we have here World Open Equipped Championships 2024 in Iceland. We have here a gold and silver medalist from our team. That's from Reggie Ramirez, the gold medalist at the men's 59 kilo deadlift event. And for Veronica Ompod naman, she is the silver medalist at the women's 47 kilo event. At meron pa po tayo dyang isa pa nga abangan for our powerlifting team. That's Joyce Gail Reboton, who will be competing for the team on Friday this week. So patuloy po natin tutukan ng ating mga social media pages ng ating Philippine Sports Commission for more updates po on our national team and of course the programs of our PSC, which we want to update you on po. So for our PSC updates, we have here last Wednesday, the Philippine Sports Commission hosted the interagency coordination meeting attended by multiple government agencies and entities for the country's preparation and conduct of the 46th Southeast Asian or SEA Shooting Championships on November 25 to December 13. PSC Chairman Richard Bachman and Commissioner Walter Francis Torres expressed a huge support to the event that will be participated in by SEA nations and invited countries from the Asia-Pacific region, which will help advance the continuous growth of the sport. PNSA Secretary General Irene Garcia led the discussion of the upcoming regional shooting. And for last Thursday naman, we have Carlstein J. Dulay, who received a warm welcome from our PSC Commissioner Olivia Boncu at the Rizal Memorial Sports Complex. The child wonder of sailing recently achieved a second place finish in the under-12 category and fourth overall in the 2024 MGM Macau International Dinghy Regatta, which gathered 56 sailors from various countries. And accompanying Carlstein in the courtesy call to PSC were Philippine Sailing Association President Martin Tanco and coaches Ridgely Valladares and Mario Malazarte Jr. For Friday naman, we have here an update from our PSC Chairman Richard Bachman, who recognized the contributions of the country's uniformed personnel in the advancement of Philippine sports during the closing ceremony of the 2024 Philippine Uniformed Services Sports League held in Camp Aguinaldo, Quezon City. PSC Chairman Richard Bachman also highlighted the various members of the uniformed personnel who also served as athletes and coaches fighting for the country. This meet gathered members from the Armed Forces of the Philippines, the PNP, the PCG, and the BFP, as well as the BJMP and the BOC. And that same day po, Friday, Philippine Sports Commission turned over amounts produced by the 2024 PSC Invitational Golf Cup to the Filipino athletes and coaches who competed at the Paris 2024 Olympics and Paralympic Games. Our sports agency nga po conducted the Invitational Golf Cup last June that gathered various personalities from the public and private sector as a fundraising event to the Filipino delegates who competed at the Summer Games. The country held its best ever finish in the Olympic history with 2 golds and 2 bronzes in the Olympics. So maraming salamat po sa mga nagsuporta po sa ating mga athletes who competed sa Paris 2024 Olympics and Paralympics Summer Games. And that same day, we have here our Junior World Taekwondo Champion Tatiana Kija Mangin, who graced our RMSC and met with the PSC board. Together with her coach nga po, Paul Esteban Romero, and the Secretary General of the PTA or the Philippine Taekwondo Association, Raul Aguilar Samson, the young Taekwondo Jin was warmly welcomed by our PSC Chairman Richard Bachman and Commissioner Walter Francis Torres. And yun nga po, as well with Tatiana Mangin, ay bumisita rin po ang football officials sa ating PSC to discuss the preparation on the country's hosting of the first ever FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup in 2025. Mr. Kevin Goko from the Philippine Football Federation or PFF, along with Mr. Taras Mukovos, a venue expert from the International Federation of Association Football or FIFA, met with PSC Chairman Richard Bachman and Executive Director Paulo Francisco Tatad to go over the setup of the venues in the Rizal Memorial Sports Complex and as well as the Phil Sports Complex in Pasig for the hosting of the 2025 FIFA Futsal event. And kasunod nga po to ay bumisita rin ang ating Philippine ASCALs sa ating RMSC who were met by PSC Chairman Richard Bachman and again with Commissioner Walter Francis Torres. As you all may know, the Philippine ASCALs made a triumphant comeback to the global stage after a runner-up finish in the Asia Sevens Championships last October. And Friday rin po, top ice skaters nationwide gathered in the 2024 Philippine National Figure Skating Championships held at the ice skating rink at the SM Mall of Asia in Pasay City. The 2-day tilt was spearheaded by the Philippine Skating Union that served as one of their programs to discover new sets of talents that will rise on the ice. Dito nga po ay nag-conclude na rin po the next day ang annual fundraising ice show to promote the winter sports in the country. Dubbed as the Carols on Ice, the top ice skaters nationwide displayed their rhythm within the SM Mall of Asia ice skating rink, spearheaded of course again by the Philippine Skating Union. And we have here another courtesy visit po, the Philippine Aquatics Incorporated, who presented their programs for 2025 sa ating PSC Commissioner Matthew Fritz Gaston dito po muli sa ating RMSC. or the Philippine Aquatics Incorporated, was represented by its Executive Director Anthony Reyes and the Board of Trustee Coach Marie Antoinette Demanche, also laying out their plans of holding training camps to equip the diving team for major competitions next year. And last Saturday nga po, the first Tandang Pinoy Obstacle Course Race kicked off at the Bridgetown Obstacle Park in Pasig, hosted by the Philippine Masters Games Association or PGMA. The inaugural event registers athletes who are of the ages 40 to 50 years old, and the course offered 1.5 kilometers featuring 8 easy obstacles. That's the monkey bar, slow crawl, over under, Z-wall, sandbag carry, and many more. And dito nga po present si PSC Commissioner Walter Francis Torres along with Jeremy Go of Go for Gold and Tandang Pinoy and Philippine Obstacle Sports Federation President Attorney Alberto Agra. And last Sunday po, we have here a courtesy visit from our Spike and Serve Philippines, Coach �𝐀𝐓𝐂𝐇, the founder of the said Spike and Serve Philippines, met with PSC Commissioner Olivia Bongku dito po sa ating Rizal Memorial Sports Complex at in-explore nga po nila ang possibilities of working together in advancing the women in sports and grassroots initiatives within the country. And last Wednesday naman po, bumisita po si POA, Philippine Olympians Association President Gillian Akiko Thompson Guevara dito po sa ating Rizal Memorial Sports Complex to receive her commemorative ring as part of the awardees of the Women in Sports. POA, President Thompson was a 3-time Olympic swimmer during the 1992 Barcelona, 1996 Atlanta, and the 1998 Olympics, and she is currently the chairperson of the Board of Trustees and the National President for the Special Olympics Pilipinas. And during the ongoing PNPG nga po ay nagkaroon tayo ng courtesy visit from our para-chess standouts na sina Attorney Chaser Cristal Mendoza and FICDE Master Sander Severino, who received a warm recognition from our Philippine Sports Commission Chairman Richard Bachman and Commissioner Walter Francis Torres during their visit dito po sa ating RMSC. And patungo naman po sa ating updates from our Philippine National Para Games ay nag-open na nga po last Sunday ang ating PNPG, and just on its first day of the games, we registered medalists from different sports all throughout dito sa ating RMSC and of course sa ating Phil Sports Complex. Dito nga po ay we can see 18-year-old James Ang who collected the first PNPG gold medal in the men's athletics event sa Phil Sports Track Oval in Pasig City. Meanwhile, we have another as well, who is Mark Jason Esina, who took the silver, and the bronze medalist is Earl Justin Solis. And for the meeting naman po ng Batang Pinoy, sa papalapit na Batang Pinoy, ay nagkaroon po ng meeting ang ating PSC Technical Working Group sa ating Rizal Memorial Sports Complex at pinangunahan po yan ni PSC Chairman Bachman, Executive Director Paulo Francisco Tatad, and co-project leads, that's Ms. Ana Ruiz and Mr. Evan Regodon, who headed the meeting and checked all the committees that will be performing sa Puerto Princesa City, Palawan. All of the concerns and updates from the different committees were discussed in the meeting and had a continuous reminder in line with the preparations for the Batang Pinoy. And sumunod po dyan last Wednesday ay nag-courtesy visit rin po ang ating Philippine Dragon Boat Federation, our national team of Dragon Boat, who were the overall champions at the recently concluded 2024 𝐼𝐀𝐓 Dragon Boat World Championships, visited the Philippine Sports Commission and met with Chairman Richard Bachman and Commissioner Walter Torres. Ayan, so we have here our updates again from PNPG. At the opening ceremony nga po, yan po ay ginanap sa Ninoy Aquino Stadium dito sa ating RMSC, and meron po tayong attendees of over 800 athletes. And kasama nga po ni Chairman Richard Bachman si PPC President or Philippine Paralympic Committee President Michael Barredo, who took charge in declaring the comeback of the games. At present rin po doon si Senate Committee on Sports Chairperson Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo, who also graced the ceremony, encouraging the athletes in pursuing their interest in sports, further noting his continuous support to sports for its positive benefits towards oneself. And present rin po doon ang ating mga PSC board na si Kasama po dyan si Commissioner Olivia Bongku, Commissioner Edward Haigo, and mula naman sa PPC, Secretary General Rudy Custodio, and of course, the National Council on Disability Affairs. And patungkol po sa ating PNPG ay bumisita po si Chairman Richard Bachman sa maraming venues sa ating RMSC. Isa na nga po dyan ang kanyang binisita po ang FINADO booth or ang Philippine National Anti-Doping Organization booth dito sa Philippine National Para Games. At patuloy po nagkikater sa participants ng ating FINADO booth on the awareness of the anti-doping campaign of the World Anti-Doping Organization. At yun po ang ating updates from our Philippine Sports Commission. At ngayong araw nga po ay feature natin ang mga champions mula sa nakaraang Pan Continental Championships of the curling sport. At yun nga po, we have here our gold medalists na sina Alan Frei. We have here as well the President of Curling Pilipinas, that's Benjo Delarmente, and their coach as well, we have Miguel Gutierrez. So patuloy lang po tayong tumutok sa ating show for today after a few reminders.
�𝐀𝐃 Sweat presents The Sweat You Forget. Hello there, I'm Carrie, and this is your body. You might be wondering why it looks so pale. That's because your body releases at least 2.5 liters of fluids every day. You see, it's the sweat that you forget that's dehydrating you. Like work from home overtime takes effort, causing your body to sweat. In cold temperature, your body burns energy to stay warm. Having caffeinated drinks and alcohol can make you urinate more often. Fever causes sweating as your body is fighting viruses. And when you cry, you release body fluids through tears. But remember, you can always recover with �𝐃𝐃 Sweat. Because of these ions, we make a good match for your body's hydration needs. Ooh, this is our stop. Remember, don't let the sweat you forget keep you from living a healthy and hydrated life. �𝐃𝐃 Sweat.
Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Ngayong hapon po ay i-feature natin ang mga gold medalists from the 2024 Pan Continental Curling Championships Division B na ginanap sa Canada. We have here our athletes Alan Frei, Benjo Delarmente, together with Coach Miggy. Again, congratulations po sa ating team. A gold medal. Ano pong pakiramdam nyo ngayon? Alan.
So I will change to English because I speak more Bisaya. My mother is from the south, so I feel absolutely fantastic. I have the medal with me here, and I'm very tired, but I feel absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy that we could achieve that for the Philippines. And it was hard work. We tried last year, we became second, and now this year it worked out, and now we are going up to the big leagues.
How about for you, Benjo?
So tulad nga ng nasabi ni Alan, ito yung pangalawang pagkakataon natin na lumaban sa Pan Continental Curling Championships. And so actually ang role ko, ako ang alternate para sa team, pero ako rin ang president ng Curling Pilipinas or ang Curling Winter Sports Association of the Philippines. So sa banda ko naman, ako ay lubos na nagagalak dahil bago pa lang kaming association. So we were recognized by the POC and in World Curling in 2023. So this is just the second year of our existence, formal existence at least, kasi mula 2011 meron ng grupo na nag-o-organize. And we're very happy dahil sa pangalawang pagkakataon ng paglaban ay nakapag-gold agad tayo. So we really hope that this victory inspires other Filipinos all over the world, and also hopefully it also increases interest and curiosity among Filipinos back home in the Philippines. So marami na tayong mga nag-message sa atin
Nice.
about curling, and hopefully with funding through time, and through interest, we'll be able to bring the Philippines. So for this victory, we're very, very happy, and we're just looking forward to the growth of Philippine curling among Filipinos all over the world.
Of course, a big recognition sa naging achievement. Of course, that will garner interest sa sport. Coach Miggy, paano yung naging preparations ng team going to this curling championships?
So the team prepared. Sorry, I am also speaking English. Ended up playing in the Baden Masters, as well as another tournament out in Alberta. Sorry, in Edmonton. Prior to the tournament, so we had a lot of lead time facing against some of the toughest competition in the world already. And we also had other practices, like practice games, scrimmages against other countries who were already in the A division. And so we, going into this competition, we knew that we could stand up with the best of the world. And and it showed in the way that these men performed over the past week. So last year we were close to winning it all, and just fell short to the likes of China, who now actually won Division A this past competition. So the fact that we were neck and neck with them, and now we are elevated because we were tested as a group. We ended up playing team after team just to keep proving ourselves. And I hope this recognition, the fact that we won the gold, is a statement to the fact that how much these guys have worked.
Coming into Division A with this achievement, knowing that you guys improved over the past year, we're supposed to think, right, that other teams as well have been improving as well for the past year. So how are you preparing going into the next stage, Coach?
So going into next year, I think one, they're not going to take us lightly. Not that they ever should have, not that they ever really did, but now people recognize us. So we all just have to try even harder. So that means just more training, going to more competitions. We're going to the Asia Winter Games in February, for example, to play more of these top level teams. So it's just about exposing ourselves to even more competition, and just making sure that we play the best of the best every single time, because ultimately that's what gets us to be better as a group.
So providing a little backstory to your journey, Alan, were you expecting to get to this level already just after a year of being recognized by the Philippine Olympic Committee?
To be honest, we didn't expect that we will go up that quickly. It was our goal, though. It was our goal from the very, very beginning. And we were working, as Miggy mentioned, very, very hard for that. And so there was a lot of pressure also for all of us, because that was our goal. But after just 1.5 years, reaching the big league, just to put it in perspective, we are playing against the top teams in the world. We're playing now against Canada, against the US. This is like, it's similar to basketball. If you're like in the same group as the US now, playing against the dream team. So this is incredible. And for me, it's also very important that I also highlight the achievements and the performance of the female team, which was absolutely incredible. They made a major improvement from last year to this year. So last year, the men's team was already in the finals. It was a really tight game. We lost against China. And as Miggy mentioned, they won this year, even in A. But the women, last year, they were at the lower end. And this year, they made it to the semifinals and almost made it to the finals. So great achievement also from the women team. And it's just absolutely amazing what happened in the last 1.5, 2 years. It's crazy.
How about for you, Benjo? How do you think this impacted on the younger athletes or for the youth in participating or garnering interest towards the sport?
So we have already received a lot of inquiries from on our Facebook page, for example. So halimbawa, may mga nag-message na sa atin asking where they could learn curling in Manila. So unfortunately, sa ngayon wala tayong curling sa Pilipinas. But it is something that we are definitely working towards. And I think the key is to raise some funding and some interest to build an actual curling facility in the Philippines. And another thing that this sort of helped us do is that it made other Filipinos in the diaspora, so yung mga kababayan natin na nasa iba't ibang bansa sa buong mundo, naging aware sila na meron tayong curling team. So halimbawa lamang, like in the past 2 weeks, there have been competitive Filipino curlers based in Canada who have messaged us that they're interested to join the program. And then nakakatuwa nung nakadaang linggo, yung may-ari ng concession stand ay Pilipino, si Kuya Jojo. Shout out kay Kuya Jojo. And he told us that his son just changed sports from I think it was basketball, kasi his son was 6'2" at 15 years old. So he's a young individual, and he shifted to curling. So I think successes like these just sort of inspire these athletes and opens their eyes to the fact that there are other sports out there that you can really excel in, especially if you are you're already in Canada, for example, or in the United States and Switzerland and Scotland, Sweden. These are areas with big curling sort of communities, and if you see yourself in the parang you see a reflection of yourself in the team that played. So ang team natin, we hope that sort of inspires these young Filipinos to take up the sport and excel, work towards being competitive in the future.
Ayun. So, may inquiries na. We're growing the community for the
Yes.
Filipino athletes for curling. Coach Miggy, what exactly are the skills we are looking for to complete or maybe to join a team in curling?
So the skills for curling are similar to a lot of sports that we already love. So, for example, bowling, where you have that finesse, where you're trying to deliver a ball, or in this case, a rock down a lane. You do want some of the stamina and that you see in basketball, because you are walking up and down the ice, and you are sweeping for much of that time. For up to 15, 20 seconds at a time, you'll be sweeping nonstop. So stamina, you want core stability, uh, endurance, because these are 2.5 hour games. But oh, uh, there are a lot of different components to throw around, and I could list every single component that can be there. But just trying to highlight, between the accuracy and consistency and endurance. That's what those are some of the key traits that we would love to see when we find curlers.
Yeah, the reason I asked is because if we're to look for these specific skills and they may fall in other sports, we may look
Mhm.
for other youth or younger athletes who are already competing in sports such as bowling that may be
Mhm.
interested in curling. So maybe that will widen the search for the grassroots of curling for the curling team.
Of
So
course.
in those
Yeah.
inquiries, Benjo, were there any younger athletes or is curling specifically or generally for adults? Open for adults,
So,
or do we also have a youth division for curling?
so great question. So curling is actually a very inclusive and I would say quite a universal sport, where younger athletes or children, as young as 5 or 6 years old, up to and athletes who play until their 70s and even their 80s, they can play the game and they can play against each other. And I think this is the only sport that allows that, na magkabilang team, there's a younger team and maybe an older, team composed of 75 years old. And the 75-year-olds can win. And because they have the experience, they know the strategy. But to your question about any youth division, so actually we do have a junior men's team.
Mm.
And lalaban sila ngayong December sa World Junior B or yung B division of the World Junior Curling Championships in Finland. So we are at the moment we're trying to organize. So we have a team of Filipinos from the US and Canada. Tapos yung isang ang member natin na from Canada nag-message siya sa atin. He's 13 years old. And then he emailed us and then he said he's been playing at his curling club for 2 years and he wanted to play for the Philippines. And it's very inspiring to receive messages like that. Which we know result from the visibility that our successes in these tournaments bring. So we do have a junior team. We're still hoping to find and assemble a junior women's team. And itong so konting plug lang, yung ating junior team, lalaban sila sa Finland. So padang yung sa Pan Continental din na Division B, and then the top teams get promoted to sort of the actual World Junior Curling Championships in 2025. So ngayon nasa proseso tayo ng pag-prepare at saka pagkalap ng ng funding para sa ating mga atleta, and these itong mga athletes na to have played in for example, two of our younger athletes have played at the US under 18 national championships for curling. So very talented ang mga athletes natin. And may chance tayo na to also be successful at the World Junior B Championships and be promoted to the actual World Junior Curling Championships. Kasi alam naman natin na for grassroots we need the pipeline of athletes. And we are very heartened by by this kasi it all started with our men's team and our women's team participating and then succeeding, and being visible throughout the curling, the curling community and the Filipino diaspora. Kaya tayo nakapag attract ng younger talent, and we hope that this just continues in the years to come.
Ayun. You've mentioned it already. You're already having this idea of growing your grassroots. Is there any timeline that you may that you're looking into reaching into the Philippines, building camps or clubs?
So again, a great question. So ang strategy natin for grassroots is three prong. Okay. So first one is to bring floor curling to the Philippines. So ano tong floor curling? So it is parang a dry land version of curling where you have sort of simulated stones. So may stones with wheels, and then there's a mat na parang field, na parang actual sheet of curling. And then that you play by curling rules. So it's one of the ways that the World Curling Federation, now World Curling, introduces the sport of curling to elementary school children and high school children. And we're currently in talks with some of the manufacturer of these kits, and hopefully we can purchase them with the available development funds from World Curling and bring them to the Philippines. Initially, ang plano natin ay makipag-coordinate or makipag-tie up with yung mga universities sa Pilipinas. So for example, the University of the Philippines, we hope to work with the College of Human Kinetics and maybe introduce it as a physical education class sa UP. So that's our first strategy. The second strategy, or the second sort of activity that we plan to do, is we plan to hold a Learn to Curl camp in coordination with either the Japanese Curling Association or the Korean Curling Association. So pinaplano natin to next year after the Asian Games, siguro around March. So the Curling Pilipinas will fund the ice time and will coordinate the arrangements. And whoever who would be interested to come, ang i-cover nila yung kanilang travel expenses, visa, at saka ang accommodation expenses. Meron namang mga low-cost carriers, so hopefully it could be affordable to certain segments of the population. And the idea behind it is to get a group of curlers that would be very enthusiastic and would be champions for curling back home in the Philippines. So actually plano ideally nung July at saka nung August sana namin plano, but things got busy, and we already have, to my last count, at least 8 individuals who expressed interest in doing those curling camps. And then finally, our third sort of planned activity is to hold outreach activities with Filipino communities in the US and Canada as a start, and work with local curling clubs to hold a parang Learn to Curl activity. So nung last week, mapalad tayong binisita ni Consul General Emma Sarne ng Philippine Consulate General ng Calgary. And I discussed with her the idea of raising awareness about curling and coordinating with Filipino community so we could bring them to curling clubs too, so that they could learn to curl. Kasi nga tulad ng nasabi ko, curling is a very inclusive sport. Anybody can curl. Mga bata, the very young, to are more more experienced, mga kababayan. Wheelchair curling is also a sport in the Paralympic Games. And there are even, a World Deaf Curling Championship. And even we've also heard about vision impaired curlers So those are our three main activities to sort of grow the grassroots of curling. In terms of timeline, so like I said, the curling camps hopefully by next March. So if anyone is interested sa mga taga-pakinig natin, please reach out to our Facebook page, the Curling Pilipinas or the Curling Winter Sports Association of the Philippines, so that we know a head count. And then as for the floor curling, we also hope to bring it by next year. And our outreach activities also next year natin sisimulan.
Ayun. Marami pala tayong programs na talagang yung implementation na lang and we're waiting na lang talaga sa timeline set.
Exactly,
So,
yes.
So, Alan, ano naman kaya yung what can you say about the ever-growing curling community of the Filipinos?
I would have never imagined that it would have taken off like this. Just to give you, some insight when we are playing in Canada at these tournaments, how many Filipinas and Filipinos are joining from all over. So I would say probably after Canada and the US, we have like the largest fan group, and they come and they cheer for us. And, it's taken a life of its own, and I'm very happy that I'm part of the very beginning to push that forward. But now I can see that it's like taking a life of its own. And as Miggy mentioned before, I believe that curling is perfectly uniquely fit for Filipinos because of these sports like bowling and dart. It's about precision, and it's really absolutely amazing to see how it's taking a life of its own and it's growing, and from all over the world, Filipinos and Filipinas are joining and are joining this movement. And the next step, as Benjo mentioned, we will bring it directly to the Philippines.
All right. So, Coach Miggy, could you please invite everyone to the next stage of the curling?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Could you, it's your time to invite everyone, our viewers, to support the team to the next stage.
So for everyone listening, I would like to invite you to support Curling Pilipinas, both our men, our women, and all our other teams. Our men will be playing in the Asian Winter Games over in Harbin, China, this upcoming February. So would hope to see as much support as possible. And then we do have next year, we'll be playing in the Pan Continental A division, as well as the pre-qualifiers to hopefully make the Olympic Games this cycle in Milan. So that will be next September, with Pan Continentals A in next October. But first things first, we have a big event to prepare for in the Asian Winter Games. So we'll hope to see as much support as possible from all fans, old and new.
All right.
And then, can I also add pala? So sa mga kababayan natin na gustong sumuporta sa ating mga koponan, ang ating men's team, women's team, mixed doubles at mga junior and senior teams. So masusubaybayan nyo ang mga balita tungkol sa ating mga koponan through our Instagram page at Curling Pilipinas. Meron din tayong Twitter at saka Facebook page. So if you kung gusto nilang i-search ang Curling Pilipinas o di kaya ang Curling Winter Sports Association of the Philippines, makikita nila ang mga balita tungkol sa mga teams natin. Meron din tayong newsletter So if yung ating mga tagapakinig at tagapanood, pumunta lamang sa curlingpilipinas.com at mag-sign up para sa newsletter para malaman nyo ang latest news at saka mga latest activities na pinaplano ng Curling Pilipinas. And finally, gusto ko lang i-plug if okay lang sana sa ating host.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, so meron tayong kung gusto nating sumuporta bukod sa pagsubaybay sa ating mga koponan, pwede rin tayo mag-donate sa ating Facebook page, sa ating website, curlingpilipinas.com. So meron tayong option doon na mag-donate para sa ating mga teams. So sa ngayon, alam naman natin sa sports, in trying to qualify for Olympics and the World Championships, and preparing for for these big international events, we also have to play different events to sort of test the teams against the best of the best. And hindi mura ang paglaban sa mga ganitong activities. So if anyone would want to support or would even want to sponsor our teams, so makipag-ugnayan lamang sa Curling Pilipinas through our website or to any of our social media channels. So yun lang. So, konting plug lang, pero sana merong may ma-inspire na mag-donate at tumulong sa ating mga teams. And of course, we would want to continue and strengthen our collaboration with the Philippine Sports Commission. So hopefully we could discuss how we could collaboratively and constructively help our Philippine curling program and our teams grow and be the best ambassadors of curling and of Filipinos, all over the world through these championships. So sorry, medyo napahaba ang plug, pero you can just see the enthusiasm that everyone has for curling dahil siguro bilang pagtapos lang, I really believe in the sport, that this sport is the perfect winter sport or even general sport for Filipinos, because it is a combination, sa aking paningin, a combination of bowling, of billiards, of chess and holland, marbles, and these are activities that Filipinos are very good at Filipinos love, and linipat lang natin sa ice. So hopefully we can bring curling to the Philippines, and we can also continue to support our teams moving forward. So maraming salamat po sa ating mga tagapanood at tagapakinig.
Maraming salamat rin po sa inyong pagpapaunyaya dito sa interview na ito. And again, congratulations po sa achievement ng ating team, and more to come for Curling Pilipinas. Again, congratulations.
�𝐀𝐓𝐂𝐇 Sweat presents The Sweat You Forget. Hello there, I'm Carrie. You see, it's the sweat that you forget that's dehydrating you. Like work from home overtime, oversleeping, being in cold temperatures, having caffeinated drinks, or alcohol, fighting a fever, and even crying. But you can always recover with �𝐿𝐀𝐓𝐂𝐇 Sweat. Because of these ions, we can help with your body's rehydration. So remember the sweat you forget and always stay hydrated.
𝐿𝐀𝐓𝐂𝐇 Sweat.
𝐿𝐿𝐀𝐓𝐂𝐇 Sweat presents The Sweat You Forget. Hello there, I'm Carrie. You see, it's the sweat that you forget that's dehydrating you. Like work from home overtime, oversleeping, being in cold temperatures, having caffeinated drinks, or alcohol, fighting a fever, and even crying. But you can always
At yun na nga pong ating naging panayam with the Division B champions of the Pan Continental Curling Championships, sina Curling Pilipinas President Benjo Delarmente, together with their co-founder Alan Frei and their coach Miguel Gutierrez. So that's it for our Psc Chatroom for this Wednesday. At yun na nga po, ongoing pa rin po ang ating Philippine National Para Games dito po sa ating RMSC and the Phil Sports Complex. At sa mga paparating na araw naman po ay magsisimula na po ang Batang Pinoy 2024 na gaganapin naman sa Puerto Princesa City, Palawan. At kasunod po niyon ay ang BIMP Iaga Friendship Games muli po sa Puerto Princesa City, Palawan on December 1 to 5. So patuloy lang po tayong tumutok sa ating mga social media pages ng ating Philippine Sports Commission. For Facebook, that's Philippine Sports Commission with a blue check. For Twitter, that's at @PSC_Gov. For Instagram, that's at Phil.SportsCommission. And for YouTube, we have updates there as well. That's Philippine Sports Commission. And for the official updates and announcements of the Philippine Sports Commission, ay patuloy po tayo tumutok sa official website. That's the psc.gov.ph. And for the announcements of the Batang Pinoy, ay active po ang ating Batang Pinoy page. So, tumutok po tayo sa updates and announcements from the committee on those days. So, muli po, maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pagtutok sa ating PSC Chatroom. Goodbye po.